Okay. I think I've only demo traded on like a couple platforms. Too laggy, and I don't know. It's not the same at all. So like, I wouldn't recommend it, right? But this is what I used to do before I found my edge, right? At a point, I thought I had a strategy. I was using basic retail concepts, right, like triangles and stuff. And you know how they are. They'll go one way. You would think they would go one way, and then they would just turn around, or they'll like chop around and stuff like that. But me, with the strategies I would come up with, they'd be like a little outlandish, but they somewhat worked. But they prevented me from taking a lot of trades. But I think it can be used in a different way. So instead of demo trading, right? Say you were taking an entry, or this is where your mind comes in. This is the power of the mind. Okay, you have to imagine you're in the trade. So the same emotions you would feel right when you would get into a trade, like say go to the actual button you would press and pretend that you pressed the button, and then you'd be like, okay, now we're in the trade. Now let's look at where it's going, because I know when people get into a trade, you're focused on those those candles and how they're moving, right? I know how it feels when you see those candles go up and down, right? So that's what you got to do. You got to pretend you're in the trade, right? You have your you know where your stop loss would be, right? Well, you need one. If you don't have one, you're not trading, right? Right. So you would have your pretend stop loss. You know where that level would be, and you'd be like, if that level gets crossed, you'd be taken out, and you'd be like, oh, I would have lost that trade, right? Something I would do is this is what a part of that strategy was. So it'd be a triangle, right? Say it'd be like a regular symmetrical triangle, right? You don't know if it's gonna go up or down. It's pointing that it's gonna go up. It bounces off one of the trend lines, right? And you think it would go up, right? What I would do, I would maybe wait like a minute or two, 3 to 5 minutes actually. I would wait to see if it was gonna continue going up. Sometimes it just takes off, right? Like sometimes it just takes off. It doesn't even come back. But to be a little bit more sure, this was like back then. To be a little bit more sure, I'd wait like 5 minutes, right? And then sure enough, it would go the opposite way or something like that, right? Like something unpredictable, per usual, right? But that's something that could be implemented, right? Like say you have your entry where you think you're gonna enter, right? This is if you're losing most of your trades, basically. So like if you have your entry, wait a couple minutes, right? You're already losing for the most part, right? What's missing that move, or to see if it's gonna lose, because your probability is you're gonna lose it, right? So wait 5 minutes from where you wanted to enter, right? Where you say your edge works and where you need to enter, right? Wait 5 minutes. Wait a certain amount of time. I would say 5 minutes, but maybe you come up with like another time frame. But wait 5 minutes, because I trade, I scalp, I day trade, right? So for me it would be like 5 minutes, because I'm using like the 1 and 5 minute, right? Of course, like the other time frames and stuff, but that's where my entries are at, right? So 1 to 5 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes you'd have to wait, and you would see if you were gonna lose or not. And then that's where you gotta now go to what is it, like demo trading, right? Instead of demo trading, do that instead. You have to be at a point where you're winning most of your mental trades than you are losing, right? So something I was doing is, I think from last year, I was not using money, right? Or for like a couple months, I think. I don't even know. Honestly, I can't even tell. I don't remember right now. I wasn't using any money, but I was pretending like I was going inside the trade in the entries I would to get into, right? And sure enough, I was getting a better grasp on the market, and a better grasp on the market, and yeah, I mean, now we're here doing better. You have to be at a point where you're like, oh yeah, I knew it was gonna do that. Yeah, you gotta be like at a point where like I knew it was gonna do that. You gotta get on the positive side. All right, yeah, that's pretty much this video.